Good morning. So we have a lot that is happening, has happened, plans to happen, Of course on this Thanksgiving week, of course, more and more things start to occur. I told you all that a lot of this will keep going and people will continue to support it to go as long as it'll happen up until their reality doesn't match the propaganda. And looky at where we are right now, y'all. Looky at where we are. That Trump's still running around trying to say prices have dropped. Y'all see that video, that interview with JD Vance with Fox News, him saying the same thing. Prices have dropped. No, they're not. Trump has made everything worse. He's made the economy worse. The job market for young people, college age folks, almost at 10%, almost at 10% unemployment. I'm telling y'all, this week is Black Friday. If y'all make it y'all business to spend money and give rich people that your money, you cannot complain about what rich people are doing to your government. They're not doing it on their own. Trump doesn't do this on his own. He does this with the support of rich and powerful people. Hey, Kiera. Hey, Lori. Good morning. Hey, Tawana. Good morning. And Jesse and Quiet Storm. Listen, I've got to update my Patreon because today we're not doing that watch party today because everybody's so busy this week because of Thanksgiving, and that's to be understood. We'll do that another time, but we will discuss Tenet next week. Okay? So Tenet discussion is still on, but we're going to discuss Tenet on TikTok Live. I love that movie. I'm going to go ahead and watch it again, probably on Thanksgiving Day because I haven't watched it in a while. But I love Tenet. Tenet was a great fucking movie, and I look forward to seeing it again. Hey, Miss Fifi. Hey, Russ. Now, all I ask you to do, you all, while you're here this morning, if you could tap that like button for me because tapping is clapping. And then if you could hit that copy link button for me, I appreciate that. So, and you don't have to even send that link to anybody, but copying the link helps to promote the TikTok, and that helps me out. Thank you. So first I want to talk about the economy, right? So Fox News did a poll, right? And they did a poll. Dang it, I left my coffee, y'all. Hold on. I left my tea in here. I'm just running my mouth. I'm like, where is my tea? I left it in the microwave. Let me go get it. Let me go get my tea here that I left in the microwave. I left in the microwave. Uh-oh. Okay. So the economy is at a crazy point because, again, groceries keep getting more and more expensive for all of us. Housing is expensive. Everything's expensive. There's nothing that is cheap, right? And the prices just keep going up higher and higher because of the decisions that are being made by the federal government, right? So Fox News asked people, who's responsible for our current economic condition? Now, first of all, I don't even understand the 32%. Donald Trump has been president for almost a year now. Almost a year come January. So if this guy is as strong as he says, and as strong as Republicans say, why are they even mentioning Sleepy Joe anymore? Because if Joe was so sleep, Trump should have been able to come right on up in there and just change shit all willy-nilly and make our lives better, right? Hey, Trail. Hey, Tiffany. Good morning. But that isn't what happened at all. Donald Trump didn't make anybody's life better except rich folks. You're paying more for everything, more than you've ever paid for anything because of the decisions of the government. We were starting to head in a better direction because of the work that Joe Biden had done to try to put some restraints on inflation. But Trump is back again, causing more inflation with uncertainty. And I'm going to tell you something else that's going to cause even more inflation. Stimulus checks. How you think you got here? How you think you got here? All of them fucking stimulus checks during the pandemic, that shit helped to create inflation. Remember, when you could fly from America to fucking China for $20 and a pack of gum? Yeah, that shit right there. All of that shit caused inflation. All of them checks going out. They caused inflation. All those PPP loans that the government forgave. All that shit helped to create inflation. All of it. And so if Trump's talking about more checks, of which you're not going to get any checks. But even the discussion of that shit causes more inflation. Companies are slowing down hiring, they're saying right now. Companies are slowing down hiring. Why? Uncertainty and tariffs. I keep telling y'all, if you vote Republican, you're going to end up poor. Republicans bankrupt communities. They bankrupt companies. Hey, Teresa, good morning, beautiful. They do this to Republican politics. This is why I don't vote Republican. Because the decisions that Republicans choose to make always fuck us in the end. Yep, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Look, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a great example. I'm glad you brought that up. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a great example of an elected official, got a PPP loan, voted to have the PPP loan, right? Voted to have the PPP loans forgiven, and she took one too. So she got free government money, and now that she's retiring, she gonna get a government pension until the day she dies. So she fleecing. She say government don't work. You're right, because the fact that she didn't deliver nothing for her district, she might have came back and celebrated things that were done that she voted against, but she didn't do shit for her district. But government is so broken, her ass is able to get a guaranteed pension at the end of that shit, when she should get nothing. She shouldn't get nothing. She gets a guaranteed pension while she worked with people to bust up unions and pensions for you. See, it's okay for her to have a pension. It's just not okay for you to have a pension. You know, exactly, Tiffany. They forgave PPP loans, but they won't forgive student loan debt. America, I need you to wake up. I'm telling you these things because I need you to wake up. Like, I'm going to show you something that has been traveling in conservative circles. Look, now this shit's hilarious, okay? I'm going to share it with you. Look at this. Now, they're saying if you want to check, you need to contact your representative to get your representative to give you a check. Why? Why do we have to wait for Congress to give us money when Trump gave Argentina $40 billion? But we got to wait. Okay. So you got to put work in for you to get anything. You're not going to get any money. You can do all of this shit. You still ain't going to get no money because there ain't no money there to give you. How they going to give you money when they got to use that money to pay bills? You said the Catholic Church took 1.4 billion in PPP loans, which don't make sense to me. Why the Catholic Church needed PPP loan money at all? Catholic Church got a lot of money. Got a lot of money. And like I told somebody yesterday about Marjorie Taylor Greene, understand, she didn't come rich because of Congress. Marjorie Taylor Greene already came from money. She's just a grifter like all the rest of them. I try to tell y'all, what is the incentive for rich people to come into Congress? That the money that Congress makes, that salary, is a pay cut for them. But let me tell you what's a boost. All the insider trading they get to do. Think about it. All the insider trading they get to do. Man, they love insider trading. They love insider trading. You know? He says, well, you know why? Because that money is from tariff. There is no tariff profit, beloved. Liberty, it's okay if you're not smart enough to understand what tariffs are. I'm perfectly fine with that because I understand what the education system is in America. Hey, Score Queen, I get it. It's okay if you don't understand tariffs, but you probably shouldn't speak so loudly if you don't. Trust me on this. If you don't understand it, you should be quiet. Because y'all be telling on yourselves. Tariff profits. We got so many tariff profits. And I'm like, do you understand how tariffs work? Okay. Now you're also, I'm not going to let you yell, especially because you don't know how to spell tariffs. Now that's diabolical. Getting loud. I'm going to tell this black bitch all about fucking tariffs. And you wrote it in caps and still spelled it wrong. Good morning, y'all. I don't even know what to say about that. 30% sales tax. You say Trump proposed that? That's just to tax more of us again. Can we remove Marjorie Taylor Greene? You could. But you know what? I don't think it's really a way to move her. I'm just being honest. It's really not a way to remove her. I had to get rid of Al Miles. He wanted attention too. I sent him packing too. His avatar had a picture of him in his mama's basement. At least he's honest about where he lives. We are the ones paying the tariff. We sure are. That's why I need y'all to understand your prices are never going to go back down. You now have a permanent price hike because of the president. Your prices are never going back down because those companies, they don't believe in giving you shit. They don't give us nothing. Not those companies. They don't give us nothing. They don't give us nothing. Donald Trump is the reason why everybody's paying more. Now, I want to tell y'all something that I heard about healthcare this morning, right? So you know that the subsidies are going to expire at the end of the year. And it's now the open market, you know, everybody's looking for, it's open season and everybody's looking for insurance. And of course, the insurance companies, they're not sure what to do here or there. So the Trump administration is now talking about replacing the ACA with something else. Now, I think we all know they'll never be able to replace it with anything before the end of the year. It's not going to happen. So they're either going to have to lean on Republicans to extend the subsidies, the very thing they don't want to do, just so Trump can buy time to come up with another idea, another lie. That's all. Now, I see 2022, you said they're going to dismantle Medicare. Can I say I hope they do? I want them to dismantle Medicare and Medicaid. Yeah. Because all these old fucking people, all these people on the system and shit thought it wouldn't touch them. Fuck them. Get to work. Yeah. They punk ass need to get to work. The elderly and the disabled. And I know that there are people going to be wrapped up in this that didn't vote for it. I didn't vote for it. I still lost my job. I don't give a shit. Shut the shit down. Yeah? Shut it down. Real talk. Y'all got to understand, your country is not going to change until everybody feel this shit. Everybody got to feel it, especially rich people. If your ass does Black Friday shopping, you do Christmas shopping, then shut up about being upset about your government. Real talk. Just shut up. Because you're giving the rich people, still giving them your money. You said you got your husband's insurance, but your dad needs insurance. Yeah. And it's unfortunate, but old people voted for this shit too. Old people voted for it too. I've been telling y'all for months to start co-ops. I know I've been telling you this for months. For months, I've been telling y'all this. I said, start co-ops. Start co-ops. Because your government is going to still take tax money from you. But the government don't work for you. Your government works for rich people. I told you. Everybody dragging their feet. Thought I was lying. I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. You say you're okay, low-key okay with them canceling professionalism of education and nurses, etc. Because I'm waiting for you to finish saying what you got to say, Karen. Because schools and hospitals need to pay. Agreed. If schools and hospitals want nurses, they should pay for them to get nursing degrees. Mm-hmm. Fuck paying all that money for you to go to college only to go work for somebody and they still ain't really trying to pay you. Then fuck it. They gonna have to make investments. America used to make investments in Americans. They don't make investments in Americans anymore. Now all of their investments are to companies and big businesses and corporations, but not for us. Wake up. Wake up, folks. Oh no, I know that those nurses and all of those people are still professionals. They still are technically. Trump and them trying to change a designation ultimately don't change nothing for nobody. But I told y'all before, they changed the designations to get at women. There are more women in the nursing profession and education than men. There are more women in those fields. And all of those fields that got, where they said these are no longer professional, all that shit was about putting women in their place. Because incels can't find a woman. And guess what? Incels are still not going to be able to find a woman. Period. I'm not surprised that honestly, I think that it's a coincidence that those professions are mandated reporters. I'm going to tell you, I think it was because those professions are heavily held disproportionately by women. It's a way to put women in their place. That's how I see it. Yeah, it's a way to put women in their place. Because again, the thought process is if women are desperate enough, they'll take any man they can get. No, you're not going to be any closer to a man because the government's trying to squeeze women. If anything, you're going to have less access to women. See, women, you need to be smart. If your government won't let you have control over your body, you shouldn't be getting intimate with men. You say engineers and MBAs are on the list too. Right, but I take it you haven't seen the huge increase of women in the engineering field and having MBAs. I have a girlfriend that just got her MBA last year. A lot of women have increased in engineering degrees. They don't want women in the engineering field. They don't want women having MBAs. They want you at home baking cookies, having babies. Yep, accounting's on the list because the assumption is mostly women do a lot of things. I know a lot of female accountants, actually. So I'm telling you a lot, and affecting engineers goes back to affecting immigrants. You got to understand, a lot of it's about getting at that immigrant labor, baby. Because the thought is if we get rid of immigrants, then all of a sudden, mediocre ass white people can get jobs they're really not qualified for. No, they can't. Thank you so much, Teresa. I appreciate that. No, they can't. They still won't be able to get those jobs. You say your daughter just got her master's in engineering, and you know what your daughter needs to do, Mr. Clean? There are countries, China, Canada, the UK, all these places that are paying big money to lure in professional people into their countries. Tell your daughter to explore other opportunities. They will pay to move her to those countries. Yep, she should move. She should literally move out of the country and go get her fucking money. Because America's fucked for at least the next 100 years. At least the next 100 years. And listen, I'm ready to move too, Karen. I just don't have no shmoney. I don't have enough right now. Trump let Elon Musk take my job. Perfect segue. Let's go ahead and we're going to talk about Doge this morning a little bit too. Yeah, we're going to talk about Doge and how the Trump administration quietly closed Doge. You're a dual citizen, never lived abroad. I'll tell you this, CC, you ain't never worried about getting pew-pewed abroad. Think about it. America ain't a safe place. This the wild, wild west here. So at least overseas, you know you'll be safer. Oh yeah, Doge got all your information. I told y'all that back in January. Because see, I used to work at USAID. I worked in privacy. My job was to protect your personal information from the federal government. I was a government employee, but my job was designed to make sure that the government doesn't have access to your information if they don't need it. And then if they did have access to it, that they only had access for as long as they needed to. And then when they didn't need it anymore, they had to have a clear-cut plan about how they were going to dispose of that information, how they were going to protect that information to make sure people didn't get access. All of these things. So I'm watching going, well, who's watching that stuff now? Who's watching it now? You got to understand, Elon Musk and his Doge crew came in and got all your information. They got my information. They have everybody's information in America. Yup. And Planter had the White House tapped Planter to put together a master database system on all Americans. Anybody living in America, whether you're an American or not. Oh, they got your shit, Brianna. You think they don't. Oh, they got your shit, boo. Trust me, they do. If you got a cell phone, girl, they got your shit by proxy. It's real cute for you to think they don't have it when you want a whole device that shares all your shit. Okay, believe what you want. Right, you can keep telling yourself that as long as your ass has a cell phone, they got your shit. Say it again, GR. It's called metadata. Like the fuck? They ain't got my shit. Oh yeah, they do. I know what you talking about. If it ain't your phone watching your shit and tagging you, your TV. Y'all run out and buy them fucking smart TVs. They listening and they watching you. How the fuck you think those commercials when you say, oh, you know, I've been thinking about getting a water purifier. How you think them fucking commercials just magically start coming up on your TV? There are no coincidences, beloved. You're buying smart cars, they're listening, and they're logging your data, and they're sending it back. Remember I told y'all, never download one of those insurance apps, you know, like Progressive or Geico. They say, or Allstate, they say, hey, download this app onto your cell phone and you'll save money. They're tracking you and your driving habits. They're tracking where you go, how slow, how fast, all that shit. Stop letting them do it to save $5, $10. Fuck them. No tracking. No, I'm not downloading the app. I'm telling y'all, I work in privacy. I'm telling y'all, there was a lawsuit some years ago because one of them smart cars, people were buying smart cars, but the smart cars were collecting data on people and didn't tell them that it was doing it. It didn't tell people that it was collecting data. And they were using that data. They didn't tell you that. So people sued when they found out. Yep. Chrissy, you're smart. Chrissy says, my phone doesn't go with me with real conversations. It better not. Because that real conversation been listened to the whole time. Whole time. keep that fucking cell phone out the damn room. Real shit. Keep it out the room because it's not your friend. It's listening. How come you think, question, you ever notice how when you click that you like something or you go visit a website, all of a sudden you start seeing random ads for that very thing on other websites you're on and you're like, I wonder how that happened. Tracking. That's how it happened. Tracking. And they're going to keep on tracking. Exactly, Ginger. There is no randomness when it comes to the internet. It's nothing random. You say, what's my biggest fear? Shit, mine has already happened to me. My identity being stolen. That's usually my biggest fear. And not being able to gain back ownership of my identity. Hey, Star. Now I was able to gain back ownership of my shit. But that's been my biggest fear. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that happened to me. I don't know how it happened or where it happened, but somehow my information got compromised decades ago. Okay? And one day, I had sent for my credit report, because I do it every year, and my credit report showed up at my house, but it was in another woman's name. I opened it up. My credit report came in her name, and I was listed as an alias. That's how good she had been using my shit. Okay? This bitch had a baby on me where she left the hospital, didn't pay what she was supposed to pay. She tried to buy a house, but that shit didn't work out for her. But she tried, because I saw that she tried to get a mortgage. But the shit didn't work, because that identity theft can only go so far with certain things. She tried, couldn't do that. Tried to get a cell phone, but Sprint denied her. But then she got a cell phone from somebody else. I forgot who it was. I think it was T-Mobile or somebody. And they approved her. And then she ran the bill up. She didn't think she'd have to ever pay because, again, it wasn't, she using my social with her name. Understand. And listen, once those people get once they get your identity, you will spend the rest of your life getting rid of those people. This is why the doctor's office, when they ask for my social, absolutely not. Nope. It's too many people in this fucking office that are going to see my social. Nope. You don't need that. You got my name. You got my address, my phone number, right? You know my date of birth, and you got my insurance information. You ain't getting shit else. What they ain't gonna do shit. They'll just say, okay, they'll find some, because they'll tell you, we want your social as a way to identify you in the system. No, ma'am, come up with your own unique identifier. You're not going to use my social for it. No, ma'am, I don't want my social being used by your company as a way for you to search for records. Get the fuck out of here. Not doing that. Nope. Protect your social security number with your life. Because I'm telling you, if you allow these people to use your social security number as an identifier in their business, your ass is going to get compromised. Your shit going to get stolen. You better lock your credit report and put an alert on your credit report so that if somebody attempts to get credit, you will get a phone call first. You say, I went and got my check and my Doge check. I checked out his taxes and I looked. Really, Auntie, you did all of that. Yet you didn't cook yet. So you've been blocked. You supposed to be being domestic. Ain't nobody asked you to do all that shit, girl. Bye. You out here acting like a man. So I blocked you. Claim they was doing all that. You ain't do all that shit. They can't ask you for your social security number at medical office. Yeah, California does a really great job of protecting the privacy of the citizens of California. Like, y'all ever notice, like with some places or with some things, they'll say, we do this in every state, but California will be on the list of the states that it's not allowed in. Because California don't pay that shit. California is hardcore about protecting the privacy of the citizens of California. They don't play. They don't play. Any privacy summit I've ever gone to, had tons and tons and tons and tons of people from California talking about their shit because they don't play when it comes to data privacy and tracking. They don't play. That's real talk. They don't play. You say New York too? Yep. They don't play. You say Cloudflare just found an insider handing info to hackers. I can believe it because y'all got to understand there's a lot of money in data. Data is where the money is. Data all day. The product is you. You're the product. That's why they give you access to so much free shit. Because you're the product. Free social media apps, free exercise apps, free cooking apps, because you are the product. So they don't have a problem making it free because all of the data that they get to collect from your usage is invaluable to these companies because they get to learn your browsing habits, your eating habits, your sleeping habits, your shopping habits, your cooking habits. All of that is data that they can then use to create products to sell you more shit that you don't need. That's it. Wake up. Rich and powerful people are on a tear right now because for them, everything's about making money. Everything. Get yourself a fucking VPN and say you're from wherever you want to be so they can't track at least your location. When you go to websites and they tell you, because they have to disclose what they're going to do, read that shit. Read it. It tell you everything it's going to do. We're going to track the type of computer you have, the type of browser you use, how long you've been on, how you got to us, where you're located, how long you stay on a page, how often you scroll, how fast you scroll, how slow you scroll, what words you click on. They're tracking everything. I'm telling you because I work in privacy. I work in privacy. So I'm telling you, everything's about curating an experience for you, a customized experience for you to ensure that you spend money. Yep, they even know your battery level. You're right. I don't have one particular VPN that I recommend. I'm not endorsing any specific VPN company, but it's all a VPN is a VPN is a VPN. I'll say this, get the best bang for your buck. That's one thing I would say wait till Black Friday for. Get you a good VPN for cheap for a year. Yep. Get you some type of VPN that you can have for the whole year for a cheap price. That you can get good on Black Friday. That's worth it. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. And that's just real talk. That is exactly what I would do. Because I'm telling you, and listen, you need a VPN on your cell phone too. You need a little camera cover on your cell phone. Boop. Because guess what? Hackers can hack into your cell phone and your laptop and you not even know your camera is on because they can make your camera turn on without the light showing up. Have a great day, Ginger. Yep, ignore all those Black Friday deals. You know the only Black Friday deal you need is a VPN. Real shit. So that they don't get to track everything. And that's real talk. So they can't track everything. I'm just telling you, I'm going to tell you something else that happens, right? I'm telling you that, hold up, I just saw something pop in my box. So I'm like, well, what is this? Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I was seeing something. Because remember, I told you I lost my government job. And the government sent me an email just now saying now I can convert my federal government insurance to a private policy. So I just happened to see it and I was like, oh, because government, they're fucking a lot of things up. But when you're in a store, I'm going to tell you something else. Stop taking your cell phones inside of stores. Because you're being tracked in a store. Let me tell you, they were doing this 15 years ago. Okay, this ain't new. They've been doing this thing. Now, when you go inside a mall, a grocery store, any type of store, they have these little pod machines. Yeah, restaurants too. They have these little pod machines. And what those pod machines do is they track your movements all around the facility. Airplane mode ain't gonna help you. Leave that shit at home or in your car. I'm telling you, I'm warning y'all, and understand when you turn your cell phone off, it's never really off. If you can't take the battery out that bitch, it's never off. It's just standby, but it's never off. I'm trying to tell you, I work in privacy. It's never off. It's never off. But if you're in a restaurant, a mall, a business, there are pods all around that place that track you, all around that store. They track what portions of the store you hang out in the longest, what portions you hang out in the shortest. They track the things you look at, the things you walk by and pay no attention to. All that shit's data. And that data is then used so they can properly set up the store in a way that will get you to buy shit. Y'all don't pay attention. It's all a masterclass in getting you to buy something. You ain't never noticed when you go into a grocery store, once you go in, the only place you see windows at that grocery store is at the front when you coming in. That's it. Ain't no more windows in there. And you got one clock in there too. Just one. And guess what? Most of the time it's broken. I'm trying to tell you. All that shit is for a reason. Why you think the milk is all the way at the back of the store? So you got to walk through everything to get to the fucking milk. Now, somebody said you could use a Faraday bag to isolate foam. Just so y'all know. So that is an option. Your dairy, all of that shit is in the back of the store so that you have to walk all the way through shit because they want you to buy stuff. Then they put stuff on the end caps to entice you to walk down lanes. The grocery store is an exercise in trying to tempt you to buy shit you don't need. The grocery store is masterful at that shit. Masterful. The displays are there for a reason, but none of it is an accident, and none of it is a coincidence. Right? Go down the cereal aisle today. The really, really sugary, sweet shit is at eye level for children. It's at eye level for the kids. Don't make no sense to put it up high when they're not tall enough to see it. You want them to be able to see it so they can beg their parents for it and make their parents buy it. I'm telling you. This is also why you don't grocery shop on an empty stomach. Because if you do, you're going to put shit in your cart that you don't need, that you didn't even come for. You didn't even come for. But because you're hungry, your stomach is shopping instead of you. That's all. That's what these people do every day. I need you to wake up. Yep, stick to a list. Create a list and follow that list under Every circle neck, just 5. That's the only way you're going to save money in that damn grocery store. Only way. You said, so I guess the government going to have a good old time seeing me go from Sally's Fabrics. Yeah, they will. They'll still watch because they're going to find out how can we get her to do something. How can we get her? I'm looking because I got to take my car through emissions inspection. Jesus. Another way for them to keep getting money. Because the government forces you to go through emissions inspection and you got to pay for that. But yet government also is rolling back any initiatives to make cars better for the environment. So why am I going through emissions? It's the question that I keep asking. You say you're going to go to every gun shop in your town. Enjoy yourself. Oh, y'all got to remember, TikTok is going to go hard with the Christmas ads for one reason and one reason only. Y'all forgot, but TikTok Shop sells more than Amazon does. TikTok Shop sells more shit than Amazon. So it's going to come at you. Hell yeah. TikTok Shop sell. Okay, Sonia, I'm going to ask you this. If you trust somebody that you see online pretty consistently, you're more inclined to buy because you identify with them. It's marketing, baby. It's marketing. It's marketing. And just so y'all know, Temu has no tariffs right now. I'm going to just say that. I haven't bought anything from Temu lately, but just so y'all know, Temu ain't charging no tariffs. I know people that are still, I know people that are still ordering from Temu and they're not getting charged any tariffs. I don't know how it's happening, but they ain't paying no tariffs. Hell, my husband keep ordering stuff from Temu and I keep saying, stop ordering shit. And he'd be like, you want me to do this on Amazon? I'm telling you, maybe it depends on what you bought. I bought quite a bit from Temu. Karen, I'm going to tell you something else about Temu. The same shit that's on Amazon, that's 30, 40% more is on Temu. Same shit. It's just cheaper. Yeah, Temu got good shit. I bought tablets off there. I've bought kitchen stuff off there. I bought clothing off of there. Now, the clothing is hit or miss. You got to read the descriptions real good. Because some of that shit is thin. You know? Some of that shit is thin. You said, Miles, you asked if I used my Doge check to buy Temu. Well, I guess you could say yeah, because I never got a Doge check. And since I ain't bought no Temu, I guess you could say yeah, technically. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing, right? You say tariff rebates are in the works. Yeah, in the works for the company, Chef Janky. We ain't getting shit. You're not going to get nothing. Question, how would the government actually give you any money back for tariffs? How would it do that? It's not possible. But companies, yes. Companies are going to get money back. You're not going to get shit. You're going to get a coke and a smile. Yep, we got nothing out of all of that, Miles. Nothing. It was just an exercise in an old geriatric guy throwing a tantrum. And you're right, Sonia. The $2,000 stimulus check is coming in on February 30th. Yep. On February 30th for 2026, y'all going to get that $2,000 money. All you got to do is wait on it. It's coming. Just wait by the mailbox. Yeah, February 30th, 2026, Karen. Look at your 2026 calendar. And make sure you circle February 30th. That's when the tariff check is coming. That's when we'll get it. Karen's like, listen, I'm telling. That's why I did that video earlier, because folks still are talking about it. So I'm like, this is when you're going to get the check, man. February 30th, 2026. Circle it right on the calendar so that you can, and then on February 31st, go to the mall. Y'all, on February 31st, go to the mall and shop. I'm not saving my check till April 31st. I can't wait that long, MGD. So on February 31st, I'm hitting the mall. Fuck what everybody say. I'm hitting the fucking mall. Real talk. I'm hitting the mall. I can't speak for y'all, but I know that's what my ass is going to do. I'm going to hit the fucking mall and have myself a grand old time spending that $2,000. Now, I want anybody in here from Florida. I know I got some Florida folks in here. I just saw something that's hilarious to me, but not surprising. Not surprising. So I see in Florida, y'all got yourself a little Charlie Kirk Memorial Highway. I want to make sure I don't laugh while I'm trying to drink this tea because I'm going to fuck around and choke. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture right here. Y'all got a Charlie Kirk Memorial Highway, and it was designated by the Collier County Commissioners. Listen, y'all want to see my Charlie Kirk impersonation? It's been a while. It's been a while. Wasting all the tax money. Florida can't make sure y'all have affordable housing, but they put that fucking sign up. Okay. I saw the news story earlier this morning about Usha Vance not wearing her wedding ring. And it threw me off because I was like, I thought she was traditional. Okay, hold on. Let me do my Charlie Kirk impersonation real quick. Y'all ready? Let me get myself together. All right, here we go. Here go my Charlie Kirk impersonation. Yeah, I did it. I did it. And I don't apologize for it. Charlie would actually be proud. Charlie would be like, you know what? That's a woman of my own heart. Thank you, Charlie. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Charlie. See what I did there? Because wouldn't it be something that Charlie Kirk went through all of that shit thinking he gonna go to heaven, and then once he finally crosses over, he's like, damn, it's hot in here. I thought the weather would be a lot nicer in heaven. And that's when somebody goes, oh, Charlie boy, you're not in heaven, beloved. That's not where you ended up, beloved. Come on here. Come on, come on. Come on. It's time to get to cooking. So, wouldn't that be something? I just still want Candace to explain why Charlie Kirk came to her in a dream and not his wife. Candace needs to explain herself. I still need to know why. Why would Charlie come to Candace, of all people? Candace. I'm just going to sit here and sip my tea. Oh, Candace grifting her ass off too. Man, Alicia, SNL need to do a couple of sketches off Charlie Kirk shit, but they don't want to get into the crosshairs of the president. I'm like, man, fuck that. If anything, they need to do some skits on Candace. The mushroom haircut alone is enough just to do skits on. But hey, I'm just watching. His wife didn't love him. That was an arranged marriage. Oh no, she don't love him. The funny thing is, they want you to care more about Charlie Kirk than she cared about Charlie Kirk, which is crazy to me. Because why the fuck would I care more about a guy than his wife does? She don't care about Charlie. She don't even care about the kids she had with Charlie, because she out in the streets while somebody else is raising those children. She don't care. She's grifting. She's out making money. You say Candace said she is whitey. Candace thinks she's white. Shit. If anything, Candace did that shit to get a reaction out of people. I'm telling you, Candace be grifting. She know what she doing over there. She know what she doing. Candace is a grifter. Okay? Erica looking for her next husband. Show is, she was looking for her next husband the same day her husband died. You said arranged marriage with Vance and Usha. No, honestly, I don't think that that's an arranged marriage with JD Vance and Usha. That's not an arranged marriage. It's not. That's all JD Vance could get at the time. He would have loved to got himself an Erica Kirk, but y'all got to understand, JD is cosplaying as looking all manly. That's not, we've seen old pictures of JD Vance. We know how JD Vance looked. Oh, Usha comes from an elite family. He was marrying up because remember, he's from Appalachia, of which he never goes back to. He only cared to look at her because she did come from money. But understand, he preferred an Erica Kirk type. But he was never going to get a woman like that because JD Vance didn't come from money. JD Vance didn't come from money. And that's the truth. JD Vance did not come from money. So he was never going to get a chick like Erica Kirk. He didn't have nothing to offer her. Now he could get women like that, but he already got a wife. And I told y'all one of his sons is named Vivek. I told you that. One of the children is named Vivek. So I can't wait till Vivek Vance grows up and tries to cosplay as a white person, only for MAGA to remind them they're not. You say everyone saw Candace's shower pics. She and her mom were I know. I saw them shower pics. Candace wished she was white so bad, and she done had that little black baby. That's the funniest part. She thought by marrying a white guy, having a baby with a white guy, no, baby, you still haven't given birth to black babies. And we know they don't have respect for biracial people because you remember Obama, right? Okay. Like I said, I just watch. I literally just watch because it's all fucking shenanigans. Yeah, they can have Candace. I don't care. Candace ain't nobody. Candace is nobody to the black community. We ain't thinking about Candace. She ain't invited to no cookouts that we care about. Look, hold on. I want to show y'all something. I saw this picture the other day and it made me howl. Look. Showing JD being all upset that Trump has a new relationship. He has a new man he's in love with. I think it's funny to me that Republicans spend so much time attacking Mamdani only for Trump to meet him and fanboy for him. I love for my children and my husband to look at me the way Trump looks at Mamdani. You see it? With such adoration and love and respect. It's a beautiful thing to see. Right? I bet you Trump don't even look at Melania like that. He's so proud of him. And you knew that Trump was taking the L on Mamdani. When the press asked Mamdani, does he still think Trump is a a fascist. And Ma'am Donnie's like, he about to say yeah. And then Trump said, you can say yes. I know you want to. What do you say to that? What do you say to that? I know you want to say yes. Then at that point, I go, yes. What have I been telling y'all? Trump has more respect for people that don't fold from him. He don't have no respect for you if you a punk. That's why he don't respect the Republican Party. That's why he don't respect them. That's why he steps all over them. That's why he don't respect Marjorie Taylor Greene. Because at the end of the day, she still took an L for him. She laid down for him and allowed him to walk all over her repeatedly, over and over and over again. So to him, he don't have no respect for those people. Bullies never respect the people who lay down. They only respect the people who stand up. Good morning, Sinopa. That's it. So I'm not surprised that Trump loves Ma'am Donnie, because Ma'am Donnie didn't take an L for him. Cuomo would have laid down for Trump. But Trump also never would have respected Andrew Cuomo. He never would have respected him. Now, as I wrap up this morning, and listen, I want to let folks know, those of you on my Patreon, there won't be a live after show this morning, because I got to run back out and fight people at this grocery store, because I need to get some greens or some cabbage or some string beans or something for my Thanksgiving meal. So I want to do that, and I need to get some more butter. Because today, y'all, do I like Tucker Carlson? Hell no, I don't like no Tucker Carlson. Can't stand him. Tucker's full of shit, too. Tucker's full of shit, too. Because, again, Tucker's all for the shit. He feeding the beast as long as the beast is feeding him. It ain't till the beast starts to bite his ass that Tucker wants to then get an epiphany and act like he got some sense. Tucker's a grifter, too. He's a grifter, too. But today, y'all, what do they say? I'm making some infused butter today. So I got that I need to work on, too, because Thanksgiving's Wednesday, and I want to make my infused mac and cheese. So I got to get my butter done today. Okay. So that's a project today. And then that stuffing I made yesterday, I'm going to mix it up and put some egg in there and throw that bitch back in the oven, because I'm going to eat that shit. I'm eating that shit. Auntie, just tell me when to pull up. Listen. Look, my sugar. Look, I got the recipe from the book that came with the damn machine. You say, what you mixing in the butter? You know what I'm mixing in the butter. What they say, hey, you know what I'm mixing. Stop playing with me. Yeah. Look, I got me feeling like Jeezy. You know? Yeah. It's kind of like that green stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay. And let me tell y'all, as I wrap up this one, I got to tell y'all something. So remember I told y'all yesterday I was on a quest, right? To get my husband lifted. You understand? Y'all remember that song? You get high, high, high. Now you get you get high. That's how I had him yesterday. I know I got him yesterday. He's not going to be honest. All I know is I got up and I went to gym this morning. And when I left, he was still in bed. That's what I do know. So, hey, man, that's all I'll say to that. That's what I do know, right? That's what I do know. And, hold up, I'm going to show y'all this cake, too. Hold up, let me show you something. This is how come I know I got him yesterday. I got him, y'all. I was so happy. I was so proud of myself that I made this shit happen yesterday. Y'all don't understand. Look at the chocolate cake. Look. It's hardly any left. You see? Chill. Chill. But hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait, it gets worse. Wait, it gets worse. Hold up. Hold up. What they say? Hold up. We them boys. Wait a minute. He went back in here again yesterday. Hold up. We them boys. Now, this is the special cake. Look at what's left. He went back in here last night after I went to sleep, apparently. See? Look, it's almost gone. It's almost gone. This was the special one. Chocolate on chocolate with chocolate buttercream icing. So apparently he went back in here last night. Man, what? Because see, last night I challenged him. I said, how come you ain't did nothing else, bruh? You scared? If you scared, just say you scared. He's like, man, I ain't scared of nothing. I'm not scared of anything. I said, well, then do it then. Go ahead and do it. Just do it. And he did it. And this cake was all the way down here. I'm going to just say that. I told y'all he was watching TV yesterday with no sound. I still don't know how you watch Jumanji with no sound. But okay. All right. Yeah, that's why he slept in this morning. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put my foot in this mac and cheese. Because see, I make two mac and cheeses. I make one for the house. And I'm going to make one for myself that also has goat cheese in it. But it's also going to have some of my special butter in there too. Yeah, he told me yesterday, Sonia, I said, I'm about to do a live. He said, no, I don't need no sound. I said, how the hell you watch Jumanji with no sound? Oh, no, I don't need sound. And he was sitting like this close to the TV. Like I said, he was gone already. He was already gone, right? He was already gone. So I might do some lives on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll probably do a couple of lives on Wednesday where I'm cooking. Like we'll talk, but I will be cooking at the same time because I got to multitask to knock stuff out. I got pies I got to bake. I got, what else? Yeah, I got a couple of pies to bake and I'm thinking about making another cake. This cake is infused. This one is. The other cake was just a regular cake. But the frosting is infused and the cake is infused with God's, with the earth's plants. I'll say it like that. And it's very fucking juicy. I knew both cakes are good, but I knew the cake was good because my husband said, that cake is so fucking juicy, man. Oh my God, it's so juicy. I said, calm down. I said that the first time when he had one slice of the regular cake. I said, calm down. It's just cake. Like, relax. I ain't never heard nobody talk about cake like that. He was like, man, that cake's so juicy. I was like, what the, So on Wednesday afternoon especially, I'll be on, but you're probably going to see me cooking. Because I just got to get ahead on certain things. He didn't even say moist, Karima. He said juicy. The stuff that I've had recently, Rigga, has been from the streets. So most of it's the I word. But I think I'm gonna go over to a business today and try to get me some S word. Because I want to have something that also makes folks extra creative. Where the difference is one gonna have you like this and the other one will have you like this. That's the difference. That's really the difference. Yeah, that's the difference. No bullshit. That's the difference. The difference is, do you want to be like this or do you want to be like this? That's the difference. In my humble opinion. That's been my experience. that's the difference for me. That is the difference for me is, yeah. So just so y'all know, I want the one up one. But y'all know I already love to cook and bake. So for me, this becomes another option for, oh, wait a minute, I might have found what I'm looking for. Another option for cooking and baking. And because I have multiple sclerosis, it helps me out a lot. The stuffing, I fucked it up, Sheldon, because I was talking and forgot to put an egg in it. So it never binded. It didn't have anything to bind it to set it together. So today I'm going to take that leftover stuffing still, and I'm just gonna, whip up an egg, put an egg in there, and put it back in the oven. Because I'm still gonna cook it. Because that's good. That food is good. It just didn't bind. So it was a small pan of stuffing. So I'm gonna finish that up today because it tastes good. It just didn't set. And I'm gonna have that today. I'm gonna make me some rice in my rice cooker, and I'm gonna put some rice in a bowl, put some stuffing on top, and make me a little gravy. And I'm gonna eat that shit. I can't speak for y'all. My family from the South, so that's a meal. And probably I'll throw a couple biscuits in the oven. That's a fucking meal. I'm gonna be stuck. You understand? All the way stuck. I'm good with that. Shit, I'm good with that. You ain't gotta tell me twice. So that's probably what I'm gonna do with the rest of that stuffing today. So yeah. So I'm looking here. I'm like, I'm seeing some real good deals up the streets. Yeah. So I'm gonna go and handle that this morning too. Yeah, I am from, I'm born and raised in DC. My family's from the South. They call it dressing. Some people call it stuffing. You know what? I just call it that good shit. Because quiet is kept. To me, the name doesn't really matter. As long as the shit tastes good. But I know it can be a point of contention for folks. Because in certain circles, dressing and stuffing are not the same thing. Oh, no. I thought that was something else. I was about to run up here like, what? Wait a minute. You selling it for how much? What? Because remember I told y'all, if you want really good deals at the D place, Monday through Thursdays are where the deals lie. You're not going to get really good deals outside of those days. On the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they always pop up the prices. So a person like me, I just wait around and I dig through the websites and see what I can find that, oh, that's even better. And see what I can find and see how I can get lucky. So I thank y'all. I will be back online this afternoon. I appreciate you being here. Listen, have a beautiful and blessed day, okay? Have a beautiful and blessed day intentionally and on purpose. Listen, thank y'all for the 59,000 likes. I appreciate it. I appreciate over 100 shares. Before I sign off this morning, I always love to do this. I love to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. You don't have to gift to be here, but I appreciate you when you do. But it's not required, right? I just ask you when you're here to participate in the discussion, tap that like button and tap the share button. And we have a good time. Listen, number 1, beautiful Teresa B. Thank you, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful, my dog is Charlie. Thank you, beautiful. Number 3, beautiful Lori. Thank you so much, Lori. Number 4, beautiful Trail. Thank you so much, Trail. Number 5, beautiful Sonia P. Thank you, beautiful. And special shout out to number 6, beautiful user 229. Thank you so much, beautiful. I love you all so much. I'll be back this afternoon. Okay. Have a beautiful and blessed day. And thank you, Denise. You have a wonderful Thanksgiving as well. And everybody, we better eat until we pass out. Okay. I love you all. Listen, don't let nobody live rent free in your head, folks. Don't feed the trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind